Good day to you all, and thank you for tuning into our YouTube channel. If you would please put your palms together for a meditation reading. It is easy to point out the mistakes of others, but hard to admit one's own mistakes. Dhammapada. If you would please join me in Gassho. Namo Amidavas, Namo Amidavas, Namo Amidavas, Namadavas, 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 Namadavas. In this sect of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, which means true pure land, the teachings make us truly see our true self. And this true self is not that personal ego part of us, but rather it is that universal, big, wide range, unconditioned nature that is within all of us. At one time or another, we have put our foot in our mouths. We have made a careless or cruel remark about or to someone. Or maybe we've made choices that may have hurt someone. Maybe we remain silent when we should have spoken up for family or friend. There may have been regret not pursuing a lifelong dream or goal. There's so much guilt, shame, and regret that we can fall into something we call self-blame. Self-blame is an internal criticism. We tend to focus on our errors, which then can lead into a heavy emotional weight, which I call extra baggage. And that can prevent us from personal growth and healing. For many people, those memories of error stay painfully vivid. They continuously live this time over and over again. We can remember the words, the situation, the circumstances, and it lingers in the heart and mind like an unhealing open wound. And that makes self-forgiveness seem so far away. A new research study published in the Journal of Self and Identity pointed out why some people remained in self-shame, while others found self-forgiveness and was able to move forward. The movement from self-blame to self-forgiveness is not through willpower or the seriousness of the mistake. It starts with how one responds to their experience and how one relates to what happened. Researchers at Flinders University in Australia interviewed 80 Americans about personal failures that they struggled to forgive themselves for. And the results were kind of amazing. The results were 41 of those 80 could not let go of their struggle, while 39 have found a way to move forward. According to Lydia Woodyard, the head author and psychology professor at this university, she wrote that forgiveness is about releasing someone from vengeful or punishment. We still own up or take responsibility for what happened. Self-forgiveness works the same way. Evaluating, understanding, realization, and taking responsibility for our actions and words. We struggle with self-forgiveness for all sorts of reasons. And that's where we feel shame, guilt, regret, and or embarrassment. While these struggles vary among people, there was a pattern that developed. Those able to self-forgive did not make a fast decision and move on. They continuously evaluated and tried to understand their guilt, their responsibility, and recognize their struggle. Trying to avoid or suppress the thoughts and feelings did not work. Woodyard continued to write that self-forgiveness was an effort. It takes time and working through to reach self-forgiveness. Sometimes one works with the struggles alone, but more often with others. The clearest difference between self-forgiveness and self-blame is not what occurred, but rather it is how one thinks about time. Time of past, present, and future. Shinran Shonin, the founder of this Buddhist sect, says that forgiveness is not something that you do, but something that happens to you when you let go of your ego and accept the Buddha's embrace. It is Nembutsu, Namu Amida Butsu, in thankfulness, gratitude, and appreciation for the teachings of compassion, wisdom, and acceptance of who we are. If you would, please put your palms together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, 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 Namu Amida Butsu. And thank you for listening to upcoming part 2.